Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the gold, silver and palladium. This is the daily analysis. We're gonna dive with the metals to see what we have today, what we might expect next. So basically for the gold, we are still arranging under the middle line of the acceleration channel. As I finished ABC, well, I doubt this wave C that it is done yet. I'm still looking for one more leg here as a 4-5 to finish the impulse 1 2 3 4 5. We'll see this in the micro level, and this represents of course a wave 4 that it can be of course a longer time based on this wave 2 as per alternation. It is a very shallow and very long wave 2. It took 2 years to unfold this wave 2. Therefore, you have to expect at least the same time or even double time. Sometimes, of course, wave 4 can be double time of your wave 2, meaning, of course, 4 years of ranging here, potentially in a triangle, hitting the base channel several times, 1 2 3, and then pushing toward the upside towards a wave 5 where we might reach a 7k 500, finishing a wave 3 in the main scenario here, which is a large impulse 1 2 and 1 2 3 4 5 to finish the major wave 3, then having another wave 4 and then a wave 5 to hit again the base channel and the acceleration channel towards the 10k here for the gold. And this is of course a projection for many cycles for the next years, and this is the most important thing that you want to watch in case you invest with the gold physically and not just as a trading. Now if we dive inside it as per the daily analysis here, well, we have those probabilities still unfolding here for the gold. As we mentioned, we might be in an A, B, and a C here. The wave A is three ways for the wave B, and we're looking for a wave C where we have finished a 1, 2, 3, and we have already a wave 4, and a wave 5 is still unfolding right now without any kind of invalidation for this bearish scenario where we are still in a wave C impulse wave 5. This wave 5 has hit already anyways the target as expected and the timing, because before we didn't hit the time. Currently we're hitting the time perfectly. We took the low again as expected, ABC, and we're looking for something for higher. Potentially can be two probabilities for that time. In this case, it can be a longer wave 4 or it can be a wave 5. Meaning, if we are in a wave 4, we might arrange again in a triangle before we push toward the upside. This triangle, of course, can represent the large wave 2 that we talk about it during, of course, the channeling analysis, where we might arrange for 2 years at least here, and hitting also the same area, since of course your wave 2 there are almost negligible, so they have the same target, but only the difference that you have here is the timing. So basically two scenarios that it might unfold, but at the end, in both case scenario, at this point, once I finish a wave C there, at this point, of course, I might start to look for higher prices, at least in a triangle wave B, or of course a wave 5 for a new all-time high. We'll see what's going to happen. It depends, of course, on the structure. Is it a zigzag or is it an impulse to reach, of course, something as a new high here? 1 2 3 4 and a 5. This is a difference that you might get here. In case we get a zigzag without reaching the high and then a signal of weakness is given, then directly we're gonna call a wave 4 at that time. We'll see, guys. Yep, so this is regarding the daily. Now if we dive a little bit much more inside it, as you can see, we are still here in a 1 2 there in the blue scenario, another 1 2 for the white scenario, and a wave 3 is given without any invalidation there, where you have, of course, your invalidation around the 4K 433, and we're still having here a wave 4 and unfolding the wave 5 toward the downside. Now, of course, as usual, I always mention that I test every single area when we have two bullish or bearish scenarios. Yesterday, of course, I gave this signal from this area because I tested a weakness. No signal of strength was given, so I gave those signals already in our Discord. So basically, we got them directly. It was a very nice hit during the night, and we got it in this area. Right now, I'm testing again this area. Now, a little bit a signal of strength is given, but it's an unfinished structure, guys. So by all means, if we are here in an A, B, and a C, your wave C is 1, 2, 3. 4 and a 5 still required, and that's why you might see right now a wave 4, a little bit higher prices before we push down again. But this is totally unfinished structure, I would say, as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You need, of course, a wave C to be an impulse there. By all means, you might still have a wave 4 and a 5. In case of weaknesses, again, to hit the 886, meaning, of course, we're gonna take the low, and that means we're gonna take our target as a new low. And as mentioned in the macro level, I'm still expecting the $3,800 here for the gold. Now, wave 2 is a 2 candle on the 4-hour chart. So expect a full day of a wave 4 potentially here, and then wave 5 to push toward the downside again. Don't forget that the trend is still downward here, despite what we get a little bit as a green candles today, or even for tomorrow as well. That was it for the gold. Let's dive with the silver. So for the silver as well, we're going to start with the price position here for the channeling, and to see where are we positioned during, of course, those red candles. So basically 1 2 1 2 3, and then wave 4, wave 5 4, and a 5 might continue toward the upside. Currently we hit perfectly our timing and our red box here for the 0.38 and 0.5 Fibonacci level in a wave 4 taken from the wave 2, alternating this shallow flat as a wave 2. We have something very, very deep here for wave 4. Now, that is very good as alternation, but of course the structure is not yet done, despite that we didn't took the low, and it is suggesting again another potential scenario of a triangle, A, B, C, D, and a E, but I don't see any signal of strength for wave D there. Meaning highest probability still an ABC for unfinished wave 4, the same as for the gold, might be also influenced by it as well. So basically, we are looking at those two scenarios, whether it is a triangle A, B, C, D, and an E, we push for higher in a wave 5, or you have an A, B, and a C, the wave C is unfinished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as an impulse to finish a wave C, finish wave 4 in confluence with the 0.5 Fibonacci level, $58. Then, of course, pushing for higher in a wave 5. So the difference here is that one more low can push for higher, of course, again for a wave 5. But don't forget that even it can push at the same time for higher as a wave A, B, C, D. Then it is a wave D. Of course, that means higher prices, then wave E, and then pushing for higher again. So in both case scenarios, I'm looking for a wave 5 at the end, but the difference is what is the identity of this wave 4? Is it a triangle, or is it a flat here in 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5? Which is very, very likely here. Still higher probability based on the micro level, because they give us always the answers here. So basically for this wave C, we have another 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and a 5. Very interesting that we didn't even touch the invalidation, which is around the $72 here. It has a very tiny small gap here, despite that we have an impulse there. And that's why, of course, because we have kind of like a 5 ways, but I still doubt it. And I mentioned this also in our Discord community. I doubt that this is going to play as an impulse. I feel like this is going to be like a W, an X, and a wave Y, where you have already a high here. And if this case scenario will unfold as a W, X, and a Y there, that means you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning wave 5 is unfolding for a wave 3, and that means continuation for 545 toward the downside, which is my highest probability anyway. You know, the last video's analysis shows already that this is the highest probability, despite that we got something impulsive here. I never mentioned that we are pushing toward the upside. If you go back with the history of the video 2 days, 3 days ago, I was like, yeah, hesitating to say that we are bullish. Even I didn't make an analysis. I kept, of course, on my scenario here for something bearish. Don't forget that the 886 also is a very clear signal, $62.5, meaning we're gonna take the low. Once you take the low, you need to finish a structure, and this structure might finish around the $58, guys. Yep, so we'll see what's gonna happen for the silver and for Palladium. Finally, we're gonna see also Palladium from the daily as well, and we're gonna here we go. So basically, we're gonna see the scenarios bullish and bearish. So for 1 2 1 2 and then 3 4 5 4 and a 5, I'm expecting a wave 3 to hit 1.618 5K, very psychological number. But another scenario, which is higher priority, I would say, is a zigzag wave A and a wave B, A B C as an expanding flat. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5, that it might hit the 4K as a 1.05 Fibonacci level here, ABC regular flat, and then pushing down later on. However, in both case scenario, you're looking here for an impulse in double 1 2, whether a wave 3 or a wave C. Now, a much more bearish scenario can be this one, where you might have already a W and you got an X here as a zigzag with extended wave C, and you might get a 1 2 3 4 5 towards the downside, meaning a larger wave B before we push higher again for a wave C. So this is of course a probability, and the micro level always will give us the answers. Now don't forget that this was our testing area, $1,200, and it was given as a signal of strength on the 1 hour chart here. For the 1 hour chart, we saw, of course, a signal of strength given exactly from our blue box target here. And we start to push towards the downside with unfinished impulse. Why unfinished? Because we have 1 2 1 2 and then wave 3 here, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5 unfinished. And if you count here 1 2 3 4 and a 5, this is your wave 3, 4 and a 5. What is your second full 5? Because you have double 1 2, giving us, of course, a question mark. This is definitely not something impulsive. It is something as a WX and a Y, or an AB and a C. And by all means, your wave Y has extended to there, and you have here three waves for a W. You have an X, and you have a zigzag as an impulse 1 2 3 4 5, A, B, 1 2 3 4, and a 5 here, of course, as a wave C to finish an ABC zigzag for a wave Y. Highest probability then, of course, that this might be a finished WX and a Y rather than an impulse. And we got already kind of like a 1 2 1 2 wave 3 unfolding 4 5 4 5. Currently, I would like to test, of course, our area here for the perfect fib level in a wave 2. And of course, in this case, I'm gonna put this. So since we have failed testing this area. So the next area is the 1,222, $1,250. And that means, of course, since we start to see some green, but with unfinished structure again, because I have double 1 2 here, and a wave 3 finished, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5 might still be unfolding. So we gotta be careful. New low might be forming over there. Yeah, and in this case, it might still, of course, show some strength there in case that this is going to be bullish again. But in case that we continue, don't forget that the macro level bearish scenario will start to be taking control. Because if we finish here 1 2 3 4 5 and we continue toward the downside, that means, of course, something is unfolding here as worse than just an ABC. Yeah, as a diagonal, it might turn here into a leading diagonal, and then having an ABC deeper, or a 1 2 3 4 and a 5 toward the downside. But still, of course, too early. This scenario as bearish will be given only when we continue to take the low and we continue downward, like weakness. Yeah, so only then we turn bearish again. But currently we're still bullish, and we'll see what's going to happen from this area. So I'm going to keep here only in case that there is a probability as well for a 1 2 there, 3 4 5. That's why I'm testing this bullish scenario. But yeah, we need, of course, continuation towards the upside. Signal of strength, meaning 5 ways up, 3 way down, and then breaking the high. When this happens, okay, then I might turn to something bullish. But currently, I'm still, of course, precautious with this scenario for the bearish. That was it for the metals, gold, silver, and palladium. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord, and stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.